Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, welcome back to a new video, and welcome to my favorite build that I have done to date. Meaning, so far this is my favorite build that I've ever built, but I mean, you never know, I could build more in the future that I like better than this, but as of recording this, and as of what I've built right now, this is my favorite house that I've ever built, which is crazy because my least favorite color, well, one of them, my least favorite color is probably red or purple. I really don't like purple either. That's weird, but I don't like purple or red or green. Green is what I was going to go for, like, what I was meaning whenever I said my least favorite color, but it's not my least favorite. Anyways, this house is green. Which is crazy because I don't really like green, but this is probably one of my favorite builds that I've ever done, like ever. So it is the nicest house, and it is home to a fictional Sims family that I have named the Petersons. So the Petersons are a lovely family of 6. You have your patriarch, Mr. Grayson Peterson, and then you have your matriarch, Mrs. Diane Peterson, and then you have your 2 older kids, twins Hannah and Zane, and then you have your sweet and studious child, Kylie, and then you have your adventurous and quirky little toddler, Peyton. So I didn't know what their names were whenever I was building the house. I just knew, I was like, okay, it's going to be a family of 6, it's going to be 4 kids, it's going to be a mom and a dad, they're going to be really tight-knit, little, like, average American sitcom family. Like, think of, like, the dynamics of the Full House family, and then that's them, except for, instead of the dad and Uncle Joey and Uncle Jesse, and it's like 2 parents, 4 kids. Anyways, so I wanted it to have the vibes of, I don't know, it's just a normal family that's close-knit. I mean, I don't know. Just continue watching me, please. I'm sorry. But this is the Peterson home, and I named this video 1023 Greenwich Drive because that's just, I don't know, I named the house that too on the gallery. That's just what I thought that this would be if they had an address, it would be 1023 Greenwich Drive. I don't know, it was a random number. I was like, well, the house is green, let's use Greenwich, because I don't know, I just did. So, and the foundation did that glitch again, like it did in the Mystery Family home that I had talked about a few videos ago. So, which, not a big deal. I'm just gonna point that out. This is the 3rd video that I've recorded audio for today, and I do have some talking points. I bought a little flip notebook to keep in my purse, so then if I had any ideas on the go, and there's my phone going off, but I wanted to say that I had bought a little flip folder notebook thing to keep in my purse in case I had any ideas while on the go. So, and then I did the porch trick again that I saw from Little Simsy. So yeah, I have talking points. So whenever I first bought this, my phone was still broken, so this was before I fixed my phone. So it on the first page it says, I have 2 minutes left until I have to clock back in. I broke my phone because I was on my lunch break at my job at the time. So I also wrote my alphabet because I was bored and I was like, there's literally nothing for me to do, because I don't know if you've ever been on a lunch break and you work in, like, the public, but I mean, we all rely so much on our phones, but there's not a whole lot that you can do, especially if you don't bring anything with you. Also, those trellises that I'm building, I'm about to put, like, green something, I don't know, some type of plant on them, and it took me forever. So I cut out the entire bit of me putting that mossy stuff on top of the trellises because it made the video way too long, and the video is already long anyway. It's like a 35-minute video, but there's more to this video than just the speed build, so I have a surprise for you at the end. So what I was saying with my notebook is I have video ideas in here, like the video idea, and then like how long that I thought that it would be. Isn't that crazy? Like, I don't know what I was thinking, but I don't know. And then I have a save file that I don't want to disclose yet, but I will, and I have build ideas for that. And then I also have characterizations of the Peterson family, so I'm really excited about it. Oh, what I was saying was I didn't know what they were going to look like. I didn't know, like, even what their names were. I just knew their personalities whenever I was building this home. So, well, let me rephrase. Whenever I was building the second floor of the home, because the bottom, I was like, you know what? I just want it to look cute. Like, that was my only thought process. I was like, it's going to look cute. And this house, I'm going to start talking about the family. The house is a custom built house. Like, Sims 4 has a lack of lore, and you will hear like Plumbella talking about that all the time. So the Sims 4 has a severe lack of lore. So here's your lore for this house. So the family custom built their house, and they saved up to give their kids like the best house that they could grow up in, which their two older kids are teenagers, but you know what, that's okay. Like, it's not a big deal. Maybe they're like, well, I gave them prom outfits, so they're gotta be at least like juniors, so they have 2-ish years in this house, but it's okay. In the save file that they are actually in, nobody ever ages, so they will be immortal forever, so I can play with them forever, which that sounds really weird whenever I say that, but if you are a simmer, then you know exactly what I mean, so it's all good. So, but the landscaping, I thought, was the cutest ever. Like, I love these yellow flowers, and the way that they look with the greenhouse is just so cute. And I know that I had like the not the cutest mailbox, but I thought that it matched a little bit better than the other mailboxes. And then because there is a toddler and a kid that's living here, I made sure to put those monkey bars so then they'd have something to do. And then I put that laundry line that hang for your clothes out there, and I forgot to put a washing machine, so whenever I was playing with them, I had to get a washing bucket, so, but that's okay. And then this fountain is just the cutest thing ever, and I don't know, it made more sense for this to be a custom built house in my head, which technically all builds in The Sims are custom built if you think about it, but like this one I built specifically with a specific family in mind. Even though I didn't know their names, I knew their personalities, and I knew exactly what I wanted the house to be like. So this house is a little bougie. There are 2 staircases in the house leading up to the second floor, and then there's a bathroom in between the staircases. I didn't want there to just be a staircase at the back of the house. That's why I added 2 of them, but I didn't know what to do with all the extra room on the other side, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put another staircase because I can. And so I did. So there are 2 staircases, and then there are 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms upstairs, except for the bathrooms are private bathrooms because they are en suites, because all 4 kids have their own bathroom. The 2 teenagers have bigger bathrooms than Kylie and Peyton, but they still all have en suites nonetheless. And whenever the 2 teenagers, Hannah and Zane, whenever they graduate and move out, then Kylie and Peyton can eventually move into those rooms and use those bathrooms if they wish to. I mean, I'm not their parents, so. But the master suite is actually on the bottom left side of the house, and their bathroom is huge. And this was the first house that I made a custom shower for, so like a custom walk-in shower. So you know how in The Sims they have like those rectangle box ones? I custom made like a room, so it's a separate room inside the bathroom. I made a separate room for their shower, and then this is the downstairs bathroom. There is only one bathroom other than the master bathroom downstairs, which it actually makes sense to me, because if you're entertaining, you're usually going to be on just the first floor, and you're going to usually only need one bathroom. So, because, I don't know, I wouldn't want people going up to my bedroom if it was like Thanksgiving. Does it make sense? Like, maybe if it was like my cousins and I was close to them, that would be different, but like, I don't know. You know what I mean. So, I did do the bathroom first. I wanted it out of the way, because I feel the same way about this as I do, as Vixella and Little Simsy do. The bathroom is probably one of the worst parts, worst in quotations, because it's just, not all bathrooms are fun to build. So, I don't know. But I am doing the floor plan upstairs, I kind of jump around between the top floor and the bottom floor. It's really just doing like the floor plan and lights and laying down like the flooring, like the tile and the wood floor. But now I'm to the living room, which for a custom built house, there is only one living room, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I built another house. I don't think that I have footage for it, but it is on my gallery. It's a 2-story brick house, and it has a sitting room and a family room. So like the sitting room is like normal traditional sitting room type vibes. Like it literally only has couches and then a coffee table, and then I think it has a bar type area in it, so then you can sit and drink. It also has a piano in there, but this is not this house. I'm talking about a different house in case you're confused. And then I do have a family room, which has like the couches and like the TV and all that stuff. So, but this one only has the family room, living room type area. And those plants from Eco Lifestyle, they're probably one of my favorite decorations in the entire game. Like that, and the tiny living little tray with the candles and the plant things that I have sitting on that coffee table. Those two items are my favorite decorative items in The Sims 4 so far. They might add something that's cuter sometime, I don't know, and I can't use custom content because I am a console player, which really stinks, but it is what it is. So there is a lot of space in this house, so there are a lot of plants and a lot of like tables and mirrors in this house, because whenever you have that much space, you try to fill it in The Sims. Not always do you in real life. Like, space is something that people really look for. Like, square footage, that is a big factor on, like, especially on House Hunters. Like, I don't know if you've watched that, but square footage is something that people are looking for a lot. Also, like, if it's a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house, which this has 6 bathrooms and 5 bedrooms. 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms. But it's also a custom built house, and they don't have a guest bedroom. This house does not have a guest bedroom, which might have been an oversight on my part, or at the time of building this, because I remember building this, but I don't remember what was going through my head whenever I was building this. So I might have just not wanted one. And then this was right after the Country Kitchen Kit came out, so I bought that, and that's why their kitchen is made with the Country Kitchen Kit. Because, and I actually did the same trick here that I do in another build that, well, I tried to do the same trick here that you will see me do in another build very soon, don't worry. Also, if my voice is a little gravelly, it's because this is the third video that I am recording audio footage for. So my throat is getting a little bit tired because I talked for 20 minutes straight and then 12 minutes straight, and then now I'm going to be talking for like half an hour straight, and my headphones are hurting my ears kind of bad. So if you just heard me adjust them, then I'm really sorry. But I also feel like I'm talking rather loud because I can't hear myself. I can't really hear anything with these headphones on. These headphones are like noise blocking. So there was one time that I was playing a game and I didn't know that my mom was there, and so she tapped me on the shoulder and I freaked out because I had no idea that she was standing there, and she was like, "Hey, did you hear me?" And I was like, "No, I didn't hear you." And she was like, "Oh, well, I was calling for you." And I was like, I didn't know that. I'm sorry. So also, I've been sitting here playing with my ink pen and I just broke my pen. So that's nice. Maybe if I screw it in the lid, maybe I can fix it, but I don't know how I managed to do that. Oh, hey, I did fix it. Okay, cool. I guess I won't twirl it in my hands again. But my point of that little anecdote that I was talking about before I talked about my pen was, I can't really hear anything with these headphones on, so like somebody could be trying to murder me from behind and I'd never know, which, would that be so bad? I'm just kidding. It would be terrible. Don't take that joke seriously. Like, I'm sorry. I will never say anything like that again. But, I am really glad because there were these people who were power washing. Like, I live in a gated community, and so there's these people who were power washing the fence to the gated area, and they were using the water from our little nozzle faucet thingy outside. And so I didn't want to record video, like audio, for like the last 2 days of last week, so like Thursday and Friday, because I was so afraid that they were gonna hear me and then judge me, and then I wasn't ready for that. So, because even though there are 11 of you who are subscribed and I've been getting like several views, I can't see you. So my brain doesn't think that you're there, and my brain just kind of is like, oh, well, we're just talking to ourselves. And so then I'm calm about it, but knowing that there were people outside really made me anxious because I was like, I don't want them to hear me. I don't want them to know what I'm saying. Like, especially if I'm talking about my personal life. Like in my modern farmhouse build, I was talking about how I broke my phone. I didn't want them to know about me breaking my phone. That's not their business. So I don't know. The life of doing YouTube content like this is a very strange life, especially for those with social anxiety or any kind of anxiety, really. So, which unfortunately I do have. And so if you do, I am really sorry. Stay strong. You're not alone. If you ever need anything, I mean, I can try my best. I'm not a licensed psychiatrist or psychologist or anything of that nature, but I do know how it is. Like, maybe not to the extent that you do, or maybe not on the same level, but enough where I can empathize with you. So that's my point. But I don't like to talk about stuff like that. Not yet. I don't think that I have a wide enough audience to really be able to make a difference or make a connection with others that experience some of the same things that I do. So, but I do know, and it is unfortunate, that sometimes we're just not okay, which I have experienced some frustration with not being able to feel like that I can not be okay. But I really don't want to talk about that because that has to do with work, and I don't really want to talk about a whole bunch of personal work stuff at like on here, because I don't know, it's just, for one, I'm not ready for that, if I will ever be ready for that, and for another, I don't think that it is something that needs to be said online, whether it be at just this moment or at all. So I won't go into detail about this, but back to the build. I'm upstairs, I'm working on Hannah's bedroom. So I knew that I wanted to have 2 twins, an older girl and a younger boy. And so Hannah's room actually Zane's room flowed out of me more than Hannah's room did, but Hannah's room was still so much fun to build, and I just was like, it's gonna be super feminine, super chic, super like almost, well, I don't know if this would count as boho, but it's very like colorful, which most of my builds are pretty colorful. I don't know if that's something that you've noticed, but most of my builds that I do are usually pretty colorful. So we have about, 10 minutes left until my super surprise, so I'm going to start talking about the Petersons. So the first person that we want to talk about is going to be Grayson Peterson. So Grayson Peterson, he did not grow up in the wealthiest of families, so he worked very hard for his money so he can provide for his family with the best life that he can provide for them. So he is very much a family man. So he and his wife Diane saved and scrounged for several years, like obviously their oldest kids are teenagers, for several years to custom build a house for their family because their family deserved it. So Grayson, his characteristics are kind and charismatic, and I see him as liking blues and grays, and then very traditional Midwestern dad. He likes to grill and he likes the outdoors, and most of all, he loves his family. For career, I see him as being a businessman, so like something to do with numbers, whether that makes him be like an accountant or an investor or a banker or a mortgage lender of some type, or maybe like even a CEO or a CFO. So just something to do with numbers. And then you will actually, my super secret surprise, I don't think is all that secret considering I'm talking about them, is I have all of their everyday outfit, their hot weather, cold weather, athletic wear, sleepwear, blah blah blah. I have the characters and their outfits at the end of the video before the screenshots of the house. So the next person we're going to talk about is Diane. So, and the quote that I register with her the most, especially whenever I was creating her, was actually from Mean Girls. It's the quote that goes, "I'm not a regular mom, I'm a cool mom," except for I feel like she's more of like an authoritative mom, so not like, "Do you need anything? Snacks? And then I'm not going to say that word on YouTube because I don't want to get demonetized, even though I'm not even monetized. So I don't want to get in trouble for saying something, but if you've seen Mean Girls, then you know exactly what I mean. But I see her as more of she's close with her kids, and her kids don't like hate her. Like, does that make sense? Like, unfortunately, there are a lot of children who do not get along with their parents. I am fortunate enough to get along with both of my parents, so that's great. But not every kid can do that. I see this family as being super close-knit, and the parents are authoritative, which is different than authoritarian. Authoritarian is like, is my way or the highway. Authoritative is like, here are like guidelines because I want you to be a good person, but like you are still free to make your own choices because you are your own person. Like, I don't know, that's the kind of parent that I want to be. So I was making the most dream-worthy family that I think most people could conjure up with, because like some people are lucky enough to be able to have this type of family, other people are not. I wanted them to have a good relationship with everybody. So back to Diane. Her likes are she likes baking and gardening and reading and craft stores, especially like Joann's and Michael's. She likes candles and plants, and most of all, she also loves her family. So Diane does not work now, but she did used to work as a college professor teaching literature. But after surprise child number 4, little Miss Peyton, who is now a toddler, she stays at home so she can spend more time with her family, because whenever you are a parent and you are working, not always do you get to spend time with your family. So she's to the point in her life where she's like, I want to spend time with my family. I don't want to miss out on all these things and all these opportunities that they could do that I could just miss out on. So the next one we're going to talk about is the eldest child, Hannah, and she's probably one of my favorite Sims that I've ever created in my entire life. Like, this Sim is so pretty. She has such great style, which, I mean, I did make her, so I guess I'm tooting my own horn over here, but she's probably one of my favorite Sims that I've ever created in my entire life. So she's super sweet. She's the top of the class. I see her as being captain of either like cheer team or like soccer team. I don't know. She seems very athletic and like bubbly like that. And her and her little sister Kylie is the child, are best buds. She's very fashionable. She likes sketching, mostly like fashion design, and that's what she wants to go into, is fashion design or fashion marketing. She is a total social butterfly. And did I say her and Kylie are best buds? I think I meant her and Peyton are best buds. Yeah, so scratch that. Hannah and Peyton are best buds. So Peyton is the toddler. So they are both the more social of the 4 kids, and so they get along swimmingly. So the next one that I want to talk about is Zane. And so I've realized that I worked on Hannah's room and Zane's room both already, and I just finished talking about Hannah, and now I'm only going to just now start talking about Zane, but it's okay. So Zane is the younger of the 2 twins. He dyed his hair black because he doesn't want to I don't know where I was going with that. I just know that he dyed his hair black. So he's best buds with Kylie. He loves music and plays both the guitar and the keyboard, and he writes his own music and songs. So he wants to be in a band, but he doesn't like to socialize, leaving him with no friends. Like, that is an actual quote that I wrote down on my notebook, and that was kind of savage, and I feel really bad for doing that. But I mean, I kind of relate. So he doesn't like to socialize, leaving him with no friends. Honestly, what a mood though. So I also wrote down that he is a mama's boy. So he and his mom are super, super tight-knit, which I didn't know if I wanted to make Hannah a mama's girl or a daddy's girl. So I was like, you know what, she can just be both, and then Zane can be a mama's boy. And so I also wrote, looks emo outside, but he's not stereotypical. So like, there's a lot of movies where they're like emo and they're like, I hate everything. Like, you know? But like, I don't know. I don't see him as being like that. I just see him as he's a loner and he just happens to like black and like kind of some stereotypical punk things, but not like stereotypical also. Like, does that make sense? Like, I don't know. It works in my head. Hopefully it makes sense, and hopefully it's not offensive, because I promise I'm not trying to be offensive. And in this room, this was before I was like, you know what, Kylie's gonna be a girl, because I was like, maybe they can have 2 boys, 2 girls. That would make sense. And I was like, no, because I liked this swatch on that bed. That's why I wanted to have that. Like, that's how Kylie was created. So, Zane and Hannah are pretty close, because, I mean, they're twins, so they are pretty close to one another. So, I don't know. I've never had a twin, and maybe it would be super annoying, but I like to think that twins have a special type of bond. So Kylie is who we're going to be talking about now, and Kylie is my favorite Sims kid that I've ever made. So Hannah is my favorite Sim I've ever made, but Kylie is my favorite, like, kid that I've ever made. She's just so cute. Like, I can't wait for you all to see her. She's adorable. So she's super shy and she loves to read. She always has a book with her, even at like family functions. And her favorite genre is fantasy. So like Harry Potter or like Percy Jackson, or like, has anybody read the Michael Vey books? Because those are really good. And I think I've only read up to book 4 because I read them like sophomore year of high school, and then I forgot to continue reading them because, I don't know, life just got in the way for me, so I never finished reading them, and I need to because they were so good. But she likes those types of books. And then she's closest with her brother, Zane, because they both keep to themselves, so it's an unspoken understanding, like, how it is, like, going back to the whole social anxiety thing, like, maybe they both have social anxiety, and they just don't like to talk to more than just their family because it makes them nervous, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So, or them, there's nothing wrong with them either. So it's an unspoken understanding between the two of them where it's like, you know what, I got you, I know how you feel. So she also is a straight A student, but she wants that for herself and is not pressured upon her by her parents. So she also wants to be a writer when she's older. And now we are going to talk about Peyton. Peyton is the youngest, and she was a surprise. She's quirky and imaginative. Her parents call her a mini Hannah, and she loves all things traditionally girly. Her unicorn in her bedroom's name is Rainbow Glitter Sparkles. Whenever she grows up, she wants to be a butterfly princess fairy queen. So we are towards the end of the build, almost to the screenshots, almost to the little, I wouldn't say fashion montage, almost to the Sims and showing them off. So thank you for listening to me, and thank you for being here and watching my videos. So I just realized that my notes and my video are actually not the same, but it's okay. So like the mom's name is, I said it's Diane, but it's actually Diana, and then I made Zane before I made Hannah, even though I said that she was the oldest one. So this is the longest end card that I've had. Anyways, thank you for watching, like and subscribe, leave a comment, and I'll see you next video. Bye!